And welcome everybody to Gamers Against the System. Hey, we're back. We missed a week. We're live. Some of us barely, but we're live. Yay! Anyways, welcome everybody. Yeah, Rockstar. Blue Moon. Anyways, everyone, I am your host, Chase Tubak, a.k.a. Kitsuragi. To my left, of course, joining me as always is Richard Cox, a.k.a. Daaku, and right between us, below us, is Jermaine Gilbert, a.k.a. Kumori. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you doing this week?
It's a reverse Oreo. You both got that right.
That's right. I'm doing fine. I'm actually hopped up on Dayquil, so yay.
You sick too?
How do you hop up on Dayquil?
Not taking it for a very long time.
Oh. So how, besides hopped up on Dayquil, how are you doing there, Daaku?
Don't know, I woke up at like 12 today, which is early for me, by the way.
Yeah, I know it is.
Spent 4 hours finishing Borderlands 2. Finally finishing the story.
Nice.
Finally.
See, I've been up since 6 a.m. Been cleaning. Did my dailies on 14. And got back into Destiny in last week.
Oh, you fucker.
You haven't seen me on the PSN playing it?
No.
You slacker. You're always
Well,
on when I'm playing it.
Normal, I'm like watching Netflix or I'm asleep.
Oh. That would explain a lot. But yeah, I'm back on to Destiny again.
I never see you online because nobody's bought me a PS4 yet. Ugh.
Sucks to be you.
No, I got a PC.
Good point. Good point. Very good point.
I got a 3DS, a PC, an Xbox One, access to a PlayStation, Xbox 360. I mean,
Wow.
So
it's the original PlayStation.
Yeah. So
And a GameCube.
So I just found this out. I've owned this thing for a few years now because it's been a few years since the PS Vita came out. There's a little port right here for a USB slot. I can finally do, I can go get a capture card for my PS Vita. I thought I was going to have to buy a brand new PS Vita to do this. So, I have owned this thing since day one. This is a day one 3G PS Vita.
And you're just now figuring this out.
And I just now figured, yeah. Go me, right?
Shame on you.
Yeah. I call myself a Sony fanboy with my PS3 and my PS4 and my Xperia and my PS Vita. I don't have a Sony TV anymore. That one actually kind of got fried after I gave it to Cody.
Well, we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about today.
Oh yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and get this on the road and let's talk about my current game of choice still and always. Final Fantasy 14 last week?
Boo.
No, the week before. They had just released patch 3.05, which is the Savage mode of the raid. So 3.01 was the normal mode, which came out 2 weeks. A month later, we have Savage, which is the actual raid itself, the hardcore version of the raid. And then we got our new gear and whatnot, and crafters got their new gear and their weird tomes and whatever else BS they have. That's Cat. So, and I've been following the world first race. So, anyone that doesn't play MMOs, it's a community thing. It's really kind of a niche thing. It's called world first. So most really big free companies go out, they do world first, they go for the world first, and they try and beat the raid as quickly as possible, without cheese dicking it, without finding glitches and things. They actually legitimately beat these raids. And so I came up with this little thing for comprehension's sake for everyone to know. The original Binding Coil of Bahamut in 2.0 didn't get beaten until a month and a half after launch. That was turn 5. And that's because there was some error with twisters and no one could stop them. And the free company that did beat it before they patched that. So kudos to them. That was Blue Garter. Binding Coil 2 was beaten about 3 weeks after it went live, by Blue Garter again. And then the last of the coils, the final binding coil of Bahamut, was beaten within a week.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, seriously. Now, in perspectives, Alexander has 4 floors to it.
Ooh.
The first 2 floors were beaten day 1. The 3rd floor was not beaten until a week later. And no one has yet to beat floor 4. And there's only been 2 groups so far that have beaten Alexander 3.
Don't have me tanking for them.
No, they actually, the 2 main groups are using a Dark Knight tank.
Boo. Boo.
Dark Knight main and Warrior off.
I'm just mad because I don't have that Heaven Sword yet, because I'm saving up for it, and I haven't finished all the content from the original game, so I'm running around trying to collect all the armor.
Sounds good. That sounds good. But yeah, that's been my thing of this last entire week, and I've been kind of excited. I just have yet to go into Alexander, because apparently the doorman for Alexander floor 1 has been breaking statics. I mean, breaking them. They are breaking up. There are statics disbanding. Day 1, there was about 47 statics that went in on our server, Kumori. 40.
For those who don't understand, what's a stack?
A static is a normal raiding group. A group that you go in every week with. They're constants. You don't have much of a change except for fill-ins. These statics is a record of 35 out of those 47 statics broke up day 1.
Oh, wow.
Like, completely disbanded.
Wow.
Because of how hard Faust is. And Faust is trash. He's not even the first boss. He's just the doorman. And he's kicking people's asses. That's
awesome. I mean, that right there is going to keep... it's going to frustrate some people, but it's also going to keep survivability of the raid.
Yeah.
Because people are going to, want to do it.
It's going to test your limits with your static. It's going to test your limits with these people. And it's going to test how well you can overcome a very difficult situation. Now, granted, as the weeks go on, as things keep going on, people are going to get gear through esoterics, and it's going to be easier.
Oh, I did my first 24-man raid the other night. That was fun.
Did you do Crystal Tower or the Labyrinth of the Agents? Nice. Yeah, that's actually a really good storyline. So I
like the
spoil
mechanics.
Anything. Oh yeah. Was it Circus Tower, which is the next part, and then the World of Darkness are a lot easier in the sense comparatively.
I was doing it so I can get the Ironworks sword.
Ah, okay.
Because you have to unlock all those in order to get that, and then I can actually be a good tank because my item level is high enough.
Nice. All right. So let's go ahead and get past that and then go to the next topic, which is Destiny, which I was just talking about. Go figure.
So before
Pew,
you
pew,
start
pew, pew.
talking, we will be getting on that because I need you and another person so we can do the little tournaments so I can get my Egyptian armor.
Yeah.
Talking about the arenas.
Yeah, the Trials of Osiris.
That's the only reason I stopped playing in this latest one because I didn't have anybody to play with.
By the way, new
That's
clan.
why I haven't played Destiny in like 3 months. Is because I'm on the Xbox One and I have nobody to play with.
Yeah, Kumori, new clan. Check it out on Bungie.net. It is Four Brothers Army. That is my clan. I have started it because we don't have anyone in Six Sense. So.
Oh yeah, everybody left.
Yeah, everybody left.
Oh boo.
Poor dice. Anyways, so I just got back into it. We are getting a new expansion here soon in like 20 days.
Oh really?
Yeah, we are getting the Taken King in 20 days.
Probably when we're playing again.
Is that the one with the new class powers?
New class powers. Every
Wow, that came fast.
Every class is going to get their third class ability.
So,
yes, and the Void Bow, I can't wait as a hunter player. I cannot wait to have my Void Bow. And Enigma, one of the guys that's joining the clan, he's a good friend of mine anyway, but he's a Titan just like you, Kumori. He can't wait to have his hammer. He cannot wait to have the flaming hammer of doom.
There can only be one Titan.
You guys can share space. You can occupy the same street.
But yeah, I haven't been seeing a whole lot about the new installation. But because I haven't even finished the raid for the Den of Wolves, so. But since we have a new
clan,
we'll be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
We Enigma and Edge, who are part of the are joining the clan. Both have done Crota and Bog hard and have beaten them. And they dragged me along with Crota hard. So I finally got my Crota hard victory. But with the new what?
Nothing, I'm laughing at myself eating a burrito.
Oh.
beans.
Anyway.
With the new expansion coming out, with the Taken King coming out, you're cracking up. You're losing yourself there, Kumori. With the new expansion coming out with the Taken King, there's going to be some weapon recalibrations going about. Because I can't wait for Thorn to get fucking nerfed in PvP.
You know, every time they actually have been nerfing the guns, and what is it, the best assault rifle in the game?
Sirius?
Yeah, it's still amazing. They nerf it, people whine about it, but if you know how to adapt to the game, that gun is still amazing.
So this is what they're doing to Thorn, and this is going to make you laugh. So
Not
they're nerfing...
Jesus?
Yeah, well, they're nerfing it, and they're buffing it at the same time. So they're nerfing the actual poison damage by reducing the damage it does by 1/3. So it won't do like 1/4 of your health now. The poison will not they don't have to two-shot you and then walk away from you and you just die. Because that's bullshit in PvP. Especially when you're doing Iron Banner or Trials. Yeah. But they're buffing it for PvE by letting you stack the poison dot 5 times. It is going to be the boss killer. It is going to replace Galahorn. For any strike, it is just going to replace it completely.
You shut your horse's mouth.
Because Galahorn is getting a debuff. They are reducing the damage that Wolfpack does.
Oh.
They haven't said how. Yeah, I know a lot of people that don't have a Galahorn. I'm the only person that
me.
So, besides me and another buddy of mine who's actually got all of his stuff on Xbox One, so when he comes to PS4, he won't have a Gallahorn. So I will be the only one in the group that has a Gallahorn. I feel left out now.
You'll be the only one with a useless weapon.
A useless weapon? Yeah.
What about, what's the little voodoo one?
Bad Juju?
Yes.
Nothing's happening to it. It's actually kind of getting a buff because it's a pulse rifle, so they're a buff and a debuff. So they're changing a few things.
I have Bad Juju right now.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Actually, in PvP, it's been kicking ass.
Oh, it has?
I've been destroying
like
people.
Reloads all the time. It's
Does it
just when you're facing a group of enemies, you kick everyone's ass and you don't use any ammo.
Yep.
Oh, because it reloads for free when you kill something or whatever?
Yep,
with a precision shot. And with PvP and 2 or 3 trigger pulls, dead. Reloaded. Dead. Reloaded. Dead. Reloaded.
You don't even have to reload. It's there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Magazine.
That's funny.
Let's see.
For
Auto
Crota, it was one of the best weapons because everything's up in your face. You just pull the trigger and you hit everything with a precision shot.
Okay.
So let's see. Let's go over the weapon changes real quick. And this is actually coming from, I'm using the app, but this is their patch notes. For auto rifles, they're increasing the base damage and they're starting the fall off damage fall off closer to the player to emphasize its role as a close to medium range weapon. So the further they are away from you, it's going to do less damage. So you can't snipe people with fucking auto rifle anymore. Small reduction in base stability. Landing shots at optimal range is unaffected, but repeated precision hits require more weapon control to land constantly. And then boosting damage by 10% against AI combatants. So they are actually changing it up so it does more damage. Weapons are doing more or less damage based on if you're in PvP or PvE, which I think is a good idea.
Wait, didn't you have that idea to begin with?
Yeah, I did. They're stealing my idea, but I never said anything about that. But all right. So pulse rifles. Here's their change: reducing base damage of medium rate of fire by about 2.5%.
Mm-hmm.
PvP burst to kill. All precision hits is 2 or 3 depending on victim's armor stat. So they're keeping it very much the same, but they're changing it up that it has to be precision hits, not just anywhere in the fucking body, and you just kill. Small reduction in base stability. A burst should still land all shots at optimal range, but 3 precision hits will require more control to land constantly. And then increase magazine size for all base inventory stats.
I am perfectly fine with that.
Scout rifles are increased base damage for medium to high rate of fire scout rifles. PvP does not affect TTK in PvP on a guardian with full health. It's one of the random abilities. Increasing magazine size for all base inventory stats, reducing final accuracy when firing from the hip. Fast firing outside of ADS, aiming down the sights, will be less accurate, and boosting damage by 5% against all AI combatants. To the hand cannons, everyone's favorite. Start fall-off damage closer to the player to limit long-range lethality. So you cannot snipe people with a fucking hand cannon anymore, people. You will not...
You mean like in Halo 1?
Yeah.
Small reduction...
Sniper rifle, I'll use a pistol.
Yeah. Small reduction to ADS accuracy. Targeted at marking long-range snap shooting less reliable. So you can't just pull up, hit left trigger, then hit right trigger and pop someone in the head anymore. So you actually have to aim now with them. Fast firing from the hip is less reliable, reducing the magazine size for all base inventory stats, which means Thorn will no longer have 9 rounds in the clip. Thorn will no longer have the 9 rounds.
God, no. What have they done?
Reduce base optics or zoom for all hand cannons, and ADS now grants more width in favor of depth. So it's a wider arc instead of a further arc. Shotguns, because so that slide thing you like to do, Kumori, with shotguns.
Yes.
The fuck?
Oh, just wait. You know how there's some shotguns that have stupid range?
Mm-hmm.
And they slide, shoot you from like halfway across the room and kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's getting nerfed.
I don't really care.
Shotgun perks that enhance lethality at range should be less effective when combined with high initial range stat.
That's perfectly fine because it is, again, a shotgun. It's not a death laser that you can shoot across a room and kill somebody.
Yeah. Reducing shot package accuracy buff by 30%. Rangefinder adds 5% range increase on ADS. Was 20, so it's reducing it by 15%.
Now.
So you're aiming down the scopes where it would get the stupid range now has been drawn back a lot more.
Which is fine. Except now, does that affect the shotguns that have like special traits?
As long as the special traits, like the rangefinder, that's the rangefinder trait.
Okay.
Like the shot package accuracy buff is also being reduced from that trait. Let's see, reduces precision damage multiplier on shotguns by 10%. So shooting someone in the head with a shotgun is now doing 10% less. And then reduce AI damage against AI combatants by 10%. So they are actually getting a little bit of debuff going into the mix.
All I care about is it still kills somebody if I shoot them in the face from close range.
Yeah, you're not going to be doing like 60 points a pelt hitting them now.
No.
But you're still going to kill someone. If you shoot someone in the face, point blank range, they're dead.
Still my favorite thing.
It's still going to be like 40 points, and 10 pellets hitting at 40 points is going to kill anything.
My favorite thing to do as a Titan is go void, and it's like, this is my bubble. You do not step inside my bubble, or you will die. And people still do it.
Oh yeah, people are stupid.
Oh, I can kill him? No. No, you cannot.
See, you're one of those smart Titans that when people rush in the bubble, you're like, whatever, you're not another Titan, I'm not scared.
Well, if it's another Titan, you're just fucked. That's what happens.
They did a micro patch on that, so Titans now actually have to, the Titans that do the slam have to be inside your bubble to kill you now.
Oh!
So they can't kill you outside your bubble. It is finally fixed. And then last but not least, let me get back down to it. We've got fusion rifles. Slow charging, high impact fusion rifles have decreased range values. So they are going to be slower, stupid strong shotguns.
Thank God, because that being shot with one of those from long range was kind of stupid.
Yep. Makes it more difficult to max out range for these weapons. Projectile speed for fusion rifles is slightly reduced, so you can actually dodge them a little bit easier now. Not like they weren't hard to dodge anyways, just blink. Emphasis that need to lead target outside medium range, improve accuracy for short range fusion rifles, and reduce accuracy for long range fusion rifles. Perfectly legit, perfectly fine. I am okay with the fusion rifle changes. Oh, and then sniper rifles, the only change is final round on a sniper rifle buffs precision damage only, not base damage. The final round shot that does more damage, yeah. That's it. That's the only thing they're changing for sniper rifles. And then, rocket launchers, which are... They're increasing how much more damage the AoEs do. The
Thank
blast
God.
radius does more damage now.
Because it's a motherfucking rocket launcher.
Yeah. So when you shoot the middle of a group and it blows up, if they're on the outside, like the very tip, they're still taking damage. Not that was a rocket launcher or whatever, and they keep walking. No, they're going to feel the hit. Now.
Yeah. That's good. So, Destiny is evolving.
Yeah, it's
just not there yet.
Yeah, it's not there yet, but they are moving it in the right direction, in my opinion. They are finally moving it towards what I thought Destiny was going to be when it first came out. So I'm glad to see this.
It's your destiny.
I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you, Daaku. So, do you have anything about that?
What, me?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, I've been looking at the different things. When it comes to games in general, mainly RPG stuff like that and the MMOs, I don't give a shit about all the famous weapons. I just pick one up. If I like it, I use it. You know, people go through Destiny, Borderlands, I mean, even the Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft. There's the most popular weapon. I just pick shit up and I use it. If I like it more than the last one, I get rid of the last one.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
Ends with eventually getting a legendary weapon of some sort. But everyone wants Thor and everyone wants Galahorn. I don't care. Thus, when a weapon update comes down and nerfs them, it has no effect on me, because I'm not using it. And if my weapon gets nerfed, God forbid I have one of those top ones by accident, I'll find another weapon.
Honestly, some of the nerfs aren't even bothering me. Like the Galahorn nerf, the reduced damage for wolf packs. I'm sitting there, I'm like, cool.
But they're still increasing the blast radius range.
Yeah, so it's still going to be doing the same damage overall to groups. Just single targets is going to be doing less damage, which I'm okay with. I'm perfectly fine with, because it shouldn't be that way.
I remember when Destiny was first starting out, everybody was complaining about the Sirius regime. And I finally got it. It's an amazing gun in the game, and it wrecks people in PvP because the precision shots are ridiculous. Because I think it increases
increases stability and lowers the firing rate while you're looking down the sights.
Yeah, and they've nerfed it 2 or 3 times, and it's still an amazing gun.
I just finally got one this week from Xur. I finally got a Sirius.
It's kind of dumb.
So I'm saying, I'm like, hey, look, I have a Sirius.
And guess
now
what?
I'm never gonna use it.
And guess what? Whenever I want a fighting chance at PvP, yes, I'm going to use that gun, because that is what it was made for.
See, the only besides that, the only other assault or auto rifle that I see people use a lot still is Hard Light, because Hard Light bounces around.
Fuck Hard Light.
Yeah, it's still fucking broken, and it's getting a buff, but it's getting a debuff. They're making the bounce work better, and the bounces don't have as bad of a fall off damage, because the bounce is reduce the damage by 50%, and then the travel distance reduce it by another 30%.
Where the fuck am I getting hit from?
Yeah, you're getting hit from something, but it's doing no noticeable damage. You're like, oh, it's just a hard light bounce. Now it's going to be, bam! Oh shit, that's a hard light bounce. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the next game on the topic list. King's Quest. Anyone actually hear about this game?
King's Quest.
Did a little research, saw some achievement guides, things like that. Really weird game. Not a very serious type of play in general.
Really?
Possibly a kid's game, as far as allowing your kids to play it. But You're going to be a lot of dying. Graphics are interesting. If you've seen the game in general, what it looks like is it's a daughter of some sort, and there's a really old king, and he's telling a story of about how he was going to become one of the king's knights. There was a thing where a whole bunch of knights got together, and he was like this weak little kid or something, wearing this hat, and it seems the whole game is around the hat for some reason. And every time you die, you see the hat too. They really want you to see that damn hat. But the whole thing is they have to get a strong enemy's eye, like kill a dragon, something like that. All the knights go off and go and do this. And there's a couple chapters. From what I've been told, is it's not really a game. It's more of a movie game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of like Last of Us, stuff like that. You know, you're going to be doing a lot of watching of things than just playing.
Now, isn't this a remake?
It is, actually. There is an older King's Quest game.
It's like an 8-bit computer game.
Yeah, where it was part of that weird side-scroll genre that is slow-paced.
Yeah.
You take one wrong turn and you die type thing. That's what
this game is.
It's just a reboot of that entire thing.
Oh, like the Dirk the Daring kind of game? Okay.
So it's a reboot of the series, which I was actually kind of excited for.
What, is it coming out just for PC, or?
It's on Steam right now for $10, and that's just for Chapter 1. Or you can buy all 5 chapters for $20. So I was like,
it's gonna be 50.
That's the true DLC thing. I was like, why would you pay $10 for one part of it when you can spend twice that much and get the whole game? I'm not sure if all the chapters are out yet, or is this like reserving your spot for it, but
I think it's a spot reserval. It's kind of like how they did the Walking Dead game that Telltale Games did.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The parts come out in time.
It is on PC and Xbox at least right now.
I know there's supposed to be a PS4 release coming soon. I just don't know when. They haven't stated. So, yeah, it looks like an interesting game. I kind of want to get it, but I'm poor. So, we'll see. We'll see if I ever get it or not. Next to...
Looks like you got $3 right now, so...
Oh, yeah. Which, I already thanked the person for that. That was pretty cool that they donated a little while ago. A couple of days ago while I was streaming. Anyway, so the next game on our list is a fighter. One of the very few fighters I thoroughly enjoy. It's actually from one of the fighting companies I like. And that is a BlazBlue Chrono Phantasm Extended.
The names for these games.
Oh, they're awesome. Let's see, it's BlazBlue Chrono what was it? Calamity Trigger. This one's Chrono Phantasm, and the other one was... I can't remember the second one right now. But this is a game done by Arxis Games. Same guys that do Guilty Gear Xrd, help produce the Persona 4 fighting games. And this one has, I think, like 20 characters? 20 some odd characters? Probably one is, like I said, one of my more favorite fighting games. I mean, it's Guilty Gear, so there's a lot of technical stuff in it. I mean, you look at Street Fighter and it's super technical. This is stupid technical. Every character goes from easy to use to, oh, you want master me? Good fucking luck.
Like, air cancel, roaming cancel, this kind of cancel, counter. It's like, what?
Yeah, one of my favorite characters on it is Noelle. And she uses twin guns. And one of her combos, I kid you not, one of her training combos, I kid you not, is let me do it on the PlayStation controller, was Square, square, fireball, square, cancel. Triangle, circle, cancel. Circle, circle, cancel. Down circle, cancel, fireball. Triangle, cancel, super. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's still a fun fighting game. It's really easy to pick up and just play. And then it's like, okay, now I really want to learn this character. Never mind, fuck that shit. Let me just throw my controller away and just say fuck it.
Maybe they're just making it harder for button mashers to win.
Ish, kind of, not really.
The more buttons you add, the harder it is that the odds of getting that combination.
Yeah, the more cancels you put into a combo. And, I mean, and like wipe it for the notes. For Phantasm.
Wait, what?
Did you like the wipe it down for the notes for?
Oh yeah, I was like,
fighters gather from all across. Oh wait, wrong game.
Yeah, I haven't really, I never really got into the BlazBlue franchise. I did play Guilty Gear, but friends ruined that game for me. Like most fighting games, the only fighting game I'll ever really play anymore is like Street Fighter. Because I got tired of getting juggled in a corner for like the entire match. So, play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, at least you can break out of the corner for a few seconds there.
Yeah.
Or Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's really easy to break out of the corner. There's so many counters in that game, it's not even fucking funny. I've got you quarter raped. Nope, counter. Fuck you. No, you're in the corner. Oh, no, counter. Fuck you. Speaking of fighter games, anyone get into the beta for Street Fighter 5?
No, because I didn't have money to pre-order it.
I've watched a few live streams of it.
I know Ken is a beast.
Yeah. Watching a Ryu match and a Ryu Kin match the other day. Oh my god. I'm like, okay, this is kind of giving me a hard-on. This shouldn't be giving me a hard-on.
It's like, call me Ryu one more fucking time.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, oh my god, their play styles are so different, and it's just, like, brutal. I'm watching, I'm like, usually I'd sit there and go, oh, that Ryu player's gonna win. No. This King player was kicking the shit out of the Ryu, and the Ryu was just dishing it back at him. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be fucking ridiculous. Can I have it now?
No.
No? I gotta wait till, like, next year? Damn it.
And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for us, but unfortunately for other people, it's only exclusive to PS4.
For now. There are talks that it's getting a PC and maybe an Xbox One release.
I would probably say PC before Xbox.
No,
they pissed them off.
They announced that there will be a PC release, but they stated that there might be an Xbox One release. But the PC release is still going to be like almost a year out from when we get it. It's kind of weird that they're doing that, but this is kind of, instead of having the pre-order wars or the exclusive content war, companies are now just bidding on getting exclusive titles for a short period of time.
Yeah.
It is a really weird concept in what they're doing, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really do not. It's just really weird to me. You got anything for us on that topic there, Daaku? I know you don't.
Not really. I've never been a real fan of fighting games in general. The first time I ever heard of, which everybody seems to either call Blaz or BlazBlue. Everyone has their own opinion. Everybody says everybody else is wrong. But
Ramu Rama?
I ever heard of it was in high school, and a guy actually wanted me to make a what are they called? What are the controllers that have the buttons and the joystick?
The arcade sticks?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the little arcade things. He asked me to take his favorite character and he gave me a template to make him art for it, to put glass over. So I made his favorite character, and I had like this fire ice setting and stuff, and made a little arcade picture for him to put over it, and then he put it behind glass on his controller case. It's like this fancy professional thing.
Yeah, see, I've got one, but mine was developed specifically for Soul Calibur 5. I mean, I can use on other fighters, but the button layout's for Soul Calibur 5. And I pissed people off in Mortal Kombat 9 using it. And Injustice. Oh, I piss off people with Injustice with that thing, because I'm sorry, when I play a fighter, playing in controller is nice. It's there. When I put my hands on the joystick, it's on. I can play. I can actually do stuff. I'm just not that good with controller when it comes to fighters. I don't know why. It's kind of like when I'm piloting a jet on a game. I'm like, control. I'm like, okay, you give me a flight stick and everything. You're not touching me. Anyways, so I wanted to kind of do a little bit of a talk for this stuff here right now. It's our post E3 talk and our pre TGS, and if anyone doesn't know, TGS stands for Tokyo Game Show. Now, E3's been about a month and a half since E3 ended. We still have yet to see. Well, we've seen a couple of games that were shown off at E3. They've already come out. Another game coming out soon is, of course, Destiny's The Taken King. What did you guys think of just E3 overall this year?
I was actually pretty bored by it, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the general consensus.
It wasn't as exciting as any of the other ones have been. And then Nintendo apparently didn't have shit to say. But I guess they are coming out with a new system. Eventually. They
stated it wouldn't be till next year, that they would not show off the new system till next E3.
Even with how popular like Fallout 4 and stuff is, like, nobody seemed to care.
I think that as far as the Nintendo thing, that's a bad idea to come out with another system.
See, I think they'll finally announce the new system next year, but it's still going to be planned out for about 3 years after that. 2 to 3 years after that.
I know that, but when you look at it, it's like, okay, we had the Wii, that was cool, and then you upgrade to the Wii U, and if they come out with another system in 3 years, I don't think it's needed.
No.
Yeah, the Wii was huge. The Wii U was a mistake. I mean, they really got to look at the market and see what they need, because if their new system doesn't do at least as good as the Wii did, then they might as well stop making systems, because that's going to be the last one. They won't have money for another one.
If I get a Wii U and this new one is like, oh, well, we're not going to have backwards compatibility, or, you know, we're going to do the money grab, and, oh, well, you can download these online, it's like, no. I have this system that I bought, and now, I don't know, and nothing really changes in between them.
See, for me, I have a Wii U, and it does still play Wii games, so I'm happy about that. It just doesn't play GameCube games, and it doesn't have the GameCube slots for it.
GameCube!
Okay, whatever. I'm okay with that. I don't really download many games. If I do, I plan to keep them forever. That's simple as that. The thing that annoyed me the most about Nintendo's is the new Metroid game not being Samus-centered. I should state this, it's not Samus-centered. It is still technically a Metroid game because it's still taking place in the Metroid universe following the Federation. Now, with that said, do I think Samus might make an appearance? Do I think that they might hint to the next Samus game in it? Yes. I have no doubt that they're not going to hint something about Samus in this game. I'm annoyed that it's Metroid Federation forces. It's like, it's got nothing to do with Metroid, or Samus, or the creature Metroid. It's just the Federation Force. That's what makes me mad. Now, from that, there's been a lot of people talking about it and bashing it, saying that it's going to be a shit game and it's going to be complete crap and this and that. But the person who is developing it is the same guy who did the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Metroid Prime was a good one.
See?
That was the first game I got for the GameCube.
So I have no doubt that the game's going to be good. I'm annoyed that it's got the Metroid tag to it. What do you guys think about Xbox and or Microsoft and them lowering a car from the ceiling?
I don't think I actually saw that.
Yeah, they literally lowered a car from the ceiling.
What was that for?
Forza.
Yeah.
They lowered like $160,000 car or something like that.
Imagine if a cable snapped.
It's not a $160,000 car anymore. It's scrap metal.
People.
That's $1 million lawsuit.
Well, if they're dead, they can't sue. He's got to make sure the car kills everyone. No injuries, all death.
There are no witnesses.
Yeah, the Elite controller. Woohoo.
The controller that costs half as much as the system.
Yeah. As an Xbox user, woohoo.
Was it adds like 8 buttons to it or something?
The paddles too. I mean, sometimes I want like extra buttons and stuff. It'd be cool to have a button to do this, a button to do that. But I don't understand people using paddles on controllers. It just doesn't. It seems like too much. There's already so many buttons.
Right.
And there was like triggers and then bumpers and then secondary bumpers and then back bumpers.
No.
They got paddles. It's ridiculous.
No.
At least they're lowering the cost of the Xbox One a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, keep talking for a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
Let's all talk about Chase while he's gone.
I got nothing. Except that he leaves me alone on games like Destiny and Final Fantasy to my own devices. And
What do you mean he leaves you alone?
leaves me alone. Like he'll log in and go do all his like epic quest shit, and I'm left to raise chocobos.
Just ditches you.
Wait, what? Chocobos? Huh? When do we get on Chocobos? What the fuck?
We're
He
talking
came
about
back pretty quickly.
I just had to run and grab another beer.
Oh.
See how I am. Drinking on the job. Alright, so another thing from Microsoft. How about Halo 5? Is it me you're looking for?
So I don't have an Xbox. Woo. Other than that, I just want to see the story finish.
Yeah, that's.
I watched Nightfall. So when they put that character in, they're like, "Oh my god, it's the dude! It's the Black Spartan!" And it's like, we want that guy.
Well, what I find funny is, they were talking about it, and Halo 5 Guardians, you are Spartans looking for Master Chief.
Yeah. Because he's
There's actually two parts of the campaign.
Really?
There is Locke with his team. So either you're playing 4-player co-op or you have 3 people that you command what to do. So you're never actually by yourself in the game. You have 3 AIs on your team.
That's not bad.
And you get to play as Master Chief. And Master Chief's original team is with him.
Blue
from
team.
the first book.
Really?
Yep.
So it seems like it's going to be a different campaign. It's got some different stuff in it. The only thing really that's going to be, or currently is pissing people off, is no more split screen at all. Period. End of story.
Boo.
Well, that's because, no one ever, actually sits down on a couch and plays games together. And Michael Emu, yes, I will get to your question here in a little bit when we get to that section today.
Yeah,
It's so weird because me and my girlfriend are seeing they're playing Diablo 3 on the couch together, right? Enjoying ourselves and having fun, and people are seeing they're going, oh yeah, let's remove 2-player co-op or versus mode with people right next to each other,
Well, see,
because
it's the
everyone's
market's
overnight.
fault in general. Everybody's making all these games where you have to have your own system, so people are starting to get their own systems. And now it's not happening as much as far as split screen goes, which was actually kind of funny because the Borderlands Handsome Edition actually brought back 4-player split screen. So I was like, well, that's cool. I'd actually want to buy that so I can play it with my brothers, my friends, stuff like that. And Halo was probably, at least for my life, childhood and such, Halo was probably one of the only games I truly played. That and Mario Kart, as far as on the same screen to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But now that's a huge part of the market. It's just split screen's gone now.
Yeah.
It's like they're only trying to drive console sales.
Yeah, see, the last Halo game I played was 4. And I was with a couple of buddies, and we got our Bropocalypse achievement. But I'll be honest, I'm not very excited for Halo 5. Since they've kept a lot of it in the dark, I'm sitting there going, okay, cool. I'll just watch some videos and watch how the story goes. It'd be nice to play, but I'm not going to spend $300 on an Xbox One to go play one game. I need a couple more games. Speaking of a couple more games, though I think Sony or Square Enix should have kept it for themselves. The Sony press conference was the killer ones, revealing Last Guardian finally coming out next year for the PS4. That's right. Working the guy who created a.k.a. and Shadows of the Colossus is finally finishing his last game of his Iku trilogy thing.
About damn time.
Yeah, I know. It was like on a permanent hiatus. With that,
the game looks amazing.
Oh yeah, the game looks amazing. The puzzles look like they're going to be just as challenging as ever, and I can't wait for it.
Don't know how I feel about the giant freaky monster thing.
The weird cat dog bird thing.
Yeah.
I know. I think it looks kind of cute. I want one.
So you piss it off and it eats you.
It'll be quick. Anyways, one of the biggest announcements, like I said, Square Enix should have kept this for their press conference. Final Fantasy VII is getting remade. What are you guys' thoughts of this?
Same as the last one, about damn time. Because they promised it to me how many years ago?
10.
Yeah.
Pretty much what the internet's been saying is, well, I'm assuming the gameplay will be better too, but they showed some, graphics and cinematics from the original one amped up to new high quality, and I'm hoping, even though I've never played it before, that they don't just remake it, nice graphics, have a great day, but they're going to be having it new graphics, maybe some new content in there as well, not just the original stuff. Keep the storyline the same, don't fuck with that. But go ahead and, add some extra stuff. Give people some more bang for their buck, not just HD, woohoo, have a great day.
So this is the inside story that we have so far for the 7 remake. What, Kumar?
Oh, well, I was going to say, as far as, like, the remake, the only thing I read is there were going to be dramatic changes, as far as, like, the combat system and like a couple other things, but no, they're keeping the story the same.
So this is what this is from their mouths. This is kind of what's going on. They are changing up the combat system, but they're not alluding how they're changing it up. It may still be ABT. It may be more like 12s, or it may be like Kingdom Hearts. We don't know yet, but they are changing the combat system, and furthermore, they are changing they're keeping the base storyline the same, but they are changing certain parts of the story to make better sense of everything. So certain things are going to reflect correctly for the movies and Dirge of Cerberus. Certain things are going to take place that link those a little bit better. Certain things are going to take into consideration what happened in Before Crisis. They're going to link it a lot better. They're going to strengthen the storyline in the way they go about telling it now. So they're changing very few things. Now, granted, I've already made this comment. Don't show the stab going through like Eris's weird chest cavity. I know it goes through her spine and then through the chest, and it's weird. Show it going through like her heart, so people can stop bitching that she could have easily survived it.
No.
And show her getting dissolved into the life stream, going into the water. You have the technology now. Fucking do it. And by the way, Cloud always should be with Tifa, never with Aerith.
Aren't they married in that movie?
Yes, they are married. Sorry, I've always been that fan of it's Cloud and Tifa, not Cloud and Aerith. It's Zack and Aerith. That's who are supposed to be together, not Cloud and Aerith. It's just Cloud has his fragments of memories, so he thinks, oh, she's supposed to be my lover. No. Oh god. Ow. Oh god. Thank you, Michael Emu, for the follow. That scared the shit out of me.
What is wrong with you?
You'll see it. You'll see it here in a second if you're watching the video.
Ah!
What the fuck?
Is that a meow?
Yes, that is a Meowth.
Why is Meowth there?
Because that's the followers. So thank you, Michael Emu, for that.
Jesus.
That follow. That was a good heart attack there.
If it does for me.
Well, all the sound goes right into my ears. So
Michael, you need to make another account and follow him again.
please don't. That's
Do it in like 20 minutes so he's not expecting it.
so. But we're supposed to get, and this is going into the TGS side of this, we're supposed to be getting a little bit more information about Final Fantasy VII's remake at Tokyo Game Show. Also at Tokyo Game Show, we are finally getting more information about Final Fantasy 15. So we might actually finally, and they alluded that there possibly might be a release date coming out of this. I'm finally fucking ready for this game. I've been waiting for 6 goddamn years since 13 was announced.
I'd given up hope.
Well, you know, hope was pretty useless in 13.
Half-Life 3.
Shh. Never happening.
Never happening. Well, no, it might. They finally completed a trilogy. It was just a sub-trilogy. They finally released episode 3 of Half-Life 2.
We all know when the copyright expires, somebody is going to make a Half-Life 3.
And a Portal 3. And Team
So
Fortress 3.
It will eventually happen.
And a Left 4 Dead 3.
How much time we got?
We got time.
Probably going to go later than...
Yeah, we're going to go a little bit later.
Late.
Oh, so hot under this. Alright. So with TGS, with the Tokyo Game Show, what do you guys want to see from it?
Oh. Cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Stuff from Tokyo about games and shows.
Definitely games. Definitely.
Besides, you know, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 15, because that's kind of my niche.
An
What
8
do
remake?
That would actually be kind of cool. I would actually be completely behind an 8 remake. Or HD12.
Yeah.
I would love HD12. Daaku, you hoping to see anything from that?
Not really. I mean, it is... Let's pull over here. Is there going to be talk about Persona, you think?
Yeah, I think Persona 5 will get talked about, too. Because it's still not out in Japan, but it's supposed to be released this year. So I'm still wondering when we're going to see that.
I actually have never played it before. I know it's sad, isn't it? My brother apparently has it for the 3DS, though, so I'll be borrowing that soon. So I can catch up on the rest of the world.
Yeah, well, Persona, it's weird. So Persona 3 was Persona 1, 2, and 3 were more of the cult games. Persona 4 is really the popular of the games right now. And Persona 5, I kind of actually can't wait. You get to play Lupin. Because that's your Persona's name, is Lupin.
Professor Lupin from Harry Potter?
No, Lupin the Third.
Damn. Professor Lupin's great-grandchild?
No.
Got really quiet.
And we'll get to Persona here in a second. Anything else you guys want to talk about for TGS or E3?
Not really. I haven't been, like...
Super hard on that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. E3 really disappointed me, so... Tokyo Game Show, I'm really just, it's gonna happen. I'm not expecting anything exciting because of E3.
Okay, that's good. That's valid. That's completely valid. All right. Next on the gaming list is Shit Your Pants. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's 4.
Watched a Let's Play on that. It was pretty fucking hilarious. It's switches between like 8-bit and then the regular graphics, and I don't know the entire storyline, but you're supposed to have a little bear, and you have a bunch of little stuffed animals, and they're all the animals from Five Nights at Freddy's, but there's little good job, Kumori. There's little what do you call it? There's robotic ones, and you have to listen for them, and then check the left and right door in this room. And you have to close the door when you hear breathing, and then turn the light on so you can actually see them in the hallway. But while you're at one door, they can sneak in the other. And then you can look behind you, and they may or may not be on the bed. And if you let too many of them in, then you get attacked randomly and scares the shit out of you.
So and really quickly, thanks, Lil Chan 21 for the follow. So how the game plays is, so the first three were, you sit in a chair, you look at a camera, you close the door, or you don't close the door, or you flash a light, or you make some sound somewhere else. Really simple, and the jump scares for the first one were good. Second one were kind of meh. Third one was kind of like, you're ready for it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna die. This one, they really set it up. So you really have to listen to the doors. You really have to sit there and go. You run to the door, you hear breathing, you close it. And you have to sit there and you have to wait to hear those footsteps. You have to let it open, make sure that there's nothing there. If you try
This
and
one's got mini games in it too.
Yeah, it's got it's got mini games in it. It's got a lot more to it. And it builds the suspense. It builds that jump scare so you don't see it coming. It's really a lot better built than this. Now, the animatronics in these are a lot more creepy and more fucked up. I mean, sharp pointy teeth, like 3 rows of teeth. Yeah, I'm sitting there going, oh god, I can't wait to play this game. Oh god, I'm going to be scared shitless. I'm going to need a new pair of underpants.
I'm watching I'm looking at some of the playthrough.
Yeah,
as it switches from 8-bit to...
Yeah, Markiplier is actually has all 7 nights up, and he was going back home for a little bit, so he's going to be doing 2020 mode, which is the 8th night. So there's 8 nights, and Scott Catho has already announced that there will be DLC for the game that is being released on Halloween. So that'll be good, interesting to see. And then of course we're going to let's go ahead and go into Persona real quick, so we can get into the next section of our talk show. Persona. So I'm a huge fan of Persona. I'm not gonna lie. Just because I like MMOs and I like the dating sim aspect, the link shells, gathering link shells, really learning about other characters, and it's developing your character in this same process. I've always loved that about the Persona games. But Persona 4 has kind of taken it a little far in my honest opinion with their latest game, which is Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Have you seen anything on this?
Chirp, chirp.
I'm taking that as a no, that you guys have never seen any video footage for Dancing All Night.
Sadly, no. I've never played a lot of them. I mean, it seems a lot of the top MMO games, things like that, Final Fantasy, Persona, what was the Tensing game?
Shin Megami Tensei, which is the same series that Persona's from.
Yeah, apparently Persona actually went over that one, though. It's actually better than that. It's supposed to be a sub-series, but it ended up being more popular than the original.
Yeah, so...
I've never played any of those, but in general, it seems everybody else has, so I'm probably going to try to start some of them.
Let me just put this way. Dancing All Night is a rhythm game.
A rhythm game?
Yes. Hence, dancing. And is very... Dancing All Night is a punchline, not a game. Yeah, it's a complete punchline. It is... I've watched videos for it, and I sat there and was like, no. Especially since one of the songs is like a supermarket song. That one of the characters, sub-characters likes to sing. And it's a little girl, and she always sings the theme song. Yeah, they actually made a full song for this. It was actually kind of creepy watching that video. And listening to the song and going, I don't think I can ever get this song out of my head now. So I tortured everyone else on Facebook with it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Persona 5, hopefully we'll get more information on that here soon, and we'll see that here soon. Because I would love to have that game in my hands. If you were to get Persona 5, and of course you have to have a PS3 or PS4, which system would you get it for?
The one with better graphics? Duh? Question mark?
There's not much of graphical difference between the two.
Then I get the one that I own, and then if I own both, I'd get one for the PS4. It seems like a dumb question, really.
I'm just
really trying to
asking.
get out of here.
I'm just seeing which way you would go, because there's not much of a graphical difference. So,
well, I mean, if I had owned both systems, in general, I'd go off whichever system had more people on it, as far as players. You know, me having my Xbox One and having no one to play with. If I had both systems, I'd go off which one I could actually play with people on. If I had more people or friends on the PS4 versus PS3, I'd go with that one.
Kumori?
Which one? The one I have.
The PS4.
There you go.
Yeah. It's like, because I'm not, as far as, like, different systems, yeah, the one I have, because I'm not going to buy both just to see which one has better graphics or something. I'm normally loyal to one system unless they screw me over. Like, it took me a while to actually come back to PlayStation because they hadn't given me a lot of things that they had promised that would happen with their systems. And then
We promise we won't give away your credit card number.
But yeah, so when PS4, I saw the stuff on PS4 that I could play and that I liked versus Xbox One. So I'm like, oh, well, that's a simple choice. Plus, all my friends are on PS4, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, and it's no doubt I'm actually buying it on the PS4. I originally was buying it on the PS3 when it came out. But I recently have, since then, had gotten a PS4. So it's getting bought for the PS4, so. So, that closes out for the video game section today. A lot of video games. We went
Yeah.
through a lot of video games, and we're usually in a dry spell about this time. Let's go ahead and move on to anime.
Oh boy.
And what?
And what?
Catch a ride.
So, this week, according to the background that I have conveniently placed for us, is the release.
Camera squares.
Yeah. Is the release of Resurrection F English dub for us.
Yeah, that does come out this week.
Tomorrow is the first showing.
Yeah, I have money.
Who is going? Who is going to go see this movie in theaters?
Ooh.
People who don't work.
Well, it's in the afternoon, and I get off at 2, so yay.
Yeah, I think it's like tomorrow's showings are like 6 and 7 for us, and then it's the 5th or the 4th, the 6th, and the 7th. So we get 5 showings overall.
Dude, I've been looking forward to this. I mean, if you think about it now, part of my childhood's been resurrected, and it's not that bad. Resurrection.
So, along with this, and Michael asked this, how do you feel about Super Saiyan Frieza? Or the Golden Frieza? Super Saiyan.
I thought it was kind of... I have mixed feelings, because when I heard new transformation, I was like, oh, cool. He's going to turn into like a cooler looking thing. And it was like, he just turns gold.
It's like he threw on some chains and some brass knuckles and...
Yeah, he's like, hey, you want some rims? I'm like, no.
he
I don't.
pimped his ride, pretty much.
You know, his father was cold, but his brother's cooler. Sorry, I had to go there. I really did.
No.
Even my jokes aren't that bad.
Yeah, you know, kind of have to.
Pretty bad. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like I said, I haven't gotten to see any of the new series, but this movie should be awesome, and I want to see continuation because it's like the first time Toriyama's actually done... No, that's a lie. It's not the first time. But it'll be a good sequel. It'll be a good sequel compared to the Brawly sequels. There's only one Brawly sequel.
Yeah, there's only one Brawly sequel.
Fire Brawly doesn't exist.
Nope, it doesn't. Actually, it's been wiped from existence.
So there's technically only 14 movies, not 15.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
BoJack.
only saw the recent movie because Xbox Video gave it away for free for like a week.
Son of a bitch!
It's not bad.
So I was like,
I
"Hey,
own
I'll
it,
watch
so
on Xbox."
I own the first movie. I can't wait to go see the second one. I really can. So, and of course with that, you know, I kind of can't wait to see Vegeta kick the shit out of Frieza. I really cannot.
You mean he's gonna accomplish his lifelong dream that he's been bitching about for forever?
He's gonna be better than Kakarot? For one
Kumori,
movie,
did you
yes.
see the recent DBZ abridged?
Yes, that was hilarious.
As soon as you said that, Vegeta was like, "You push the Goku button."
You push the Goku button. What the hell's the Goku button?
I love his reactions. Like, yeah. So if you could get somebody more substantial, say
Oh,
Goku,
Goku.
for instance, that'd be great. And he's like,
What's wrong?
Because
You
I
hit the
did it
Goku
for-
button.
You push the Goku button.
It's so obvious, even Krillin knows. You don't do that.
You ought to have done that.
What's the Goku button? That.
Gohan and Goku. It's like, but I am an adult. No.
No, you're not.
Oh man, it's
I
so
can't
true.
But what they have him do to make him, what's gonna make him go Super Saiyan is probably his dad's gonna piss him off somehow.
I have no doubt about that. You bring me in here for a full year.
Saying because Frieza pushes the Goku button. That would be amazing.
Goku button.
Goku button. Mustache. 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 Oh, come on. Now you're envisioning Super Saiyan Vegeta with mustache.
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 That was hilarious. So yeah, check that out, everyone that's in the chat. Go check out Team 4-Star's website, because it's not up on their YouTube page yet. And check out episode 49 of Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Okay.
And then check out the other 48 episodes.
Yeah. And they have them in big blocks, so you can watch like a whole season. It's like about an hour and a half per season.
Yeah, roughly.
So you need to put that on DVD. Come on, Funimation.
Daaku, what'd you do? Nightbot just said no.
I don't know what I did. Am I not allowed to post links? What the hell?
That should try now. You're a mod now. You should be a mod
It's like,
now.
warning!
Nope.
You get an infraction. I was like, what?
The
Like-
hell is Nightbot?
You want to dance? Stop posting links. I'll fuck you up.
There you go. Try it now.
Watch it kick it.
I'm not gonna get banned, am I?
You shouldn't be. I just made you a mod. There you go.
Jesus. Trying to share with the people, and this is what happens.
Yeah, Nightbot's my security, so
Oh,
he stops people from posting links.
okay.
He deleted every message I put on there.
I know. It's kind of funny.
It's fucked up.
I have to take medicine so I can work tomorrow.
Alright, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and skip over to the Windows 10 talk real quick. So go ahead and take your medicine. It shouldn't take
Okay.
too long, right?
Night party, people. If I'm not back by then. Oh, I'm stuck.
Thanks for that view.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Here, let's just... You're gone. He's disappeared. Because I can keep track of him that way. Alright.
While he's coming back, one thing we can do, we can talk about some anime stuff. I was going to bring up a series that is not anime, but is only a manga. See if I can get this in this shot. La la la.
I see Eden.
It is Eden. Specifically, it's called Eden. It's an Endless World.
Huh.
It is a very, very, very adult-only manga. That's for damn sure. The name itself, it was just kind of, I almost always judge anime and stuff off its name, which is always a mistake, because that is not a peaceful book at all, and that's what I think of when I think of Eden. As you brought up, here we go. Just a quick summary. Eden is set in the near future. It's following a pandemic called a closure virus, which actually killed out 15% of the world, and then crippled or disfigured a shitload more, and then upset the world's political balance. In general, it's about a kid who, he's going off and he somehow accidentally joins mercenary group. His father is actually a criminal. He pretty much owns a gang. And it's hard to explain. It's a lot more of an adult manga. It's not Naruto, Bleach, anything like that. It's actually intelligent as far as the reading goes.
Okay.
It's very mature, but it is a amazing manga. I think there's 18 volumes right now. There's only 14 out, I think, at least in the US. The last one came out in 2014. The one before that, the 13th volume, came out 3 years before that. So even though there's 18 volumes, it took 3 years just to 14 to come out, and that was last year. So it could be another 20 years before they put the 4 other volumes out, but you can always read it online.
Oh, yeah.
I do have the first 14 here, thankfully for me to read. Shout out to my brother for being a manga freak.
Manga Freak? Is that, tell him that's his new nickname.
Oh, he is a walking wiki. He knows everything, manga, video games. He's got everything. But yeah, Eden is definitely a good one. Blood, gore, sex, etc.
Nice. So I do want to talk about one anime series that has just been recently released. I see you moving around there, Kumori. Are you back?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I was watching people twerk. Anyway.
He looks a little happy. Is it because of the drug, or is it because of the twerking?
Hello from Comedy.
They're teaching a white girl how to twerk.
Miley Cyrus?
No.
Okay.
Not Miley Cyrus.
Alright, so the one anime I did want to bring up that I actually really can't wait to see and watch, and it's kind of my perverse side. The anime is actually called Living with Monster Girls.
Oh,
the
God,
Japanese title is Monster Musume, and it is a weird harem series. It is about a guy who is living with monster girls, and these monster girls are literally monster girls. The main love interest is a snake-like girl.
A naga.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy word.
I'm painting it simple. Why you gotta go complicate things? Come on.
Because that's what they're called. They're called.
I know they're naga. I'm just saying.
Is she really a naga though? Because a naga is only a snake. But she's not just a snake. She's a snake.
They're Japanese mythology in that. So you got a naga. You have a centaur from other mythologies. You have a mermaid. You have a spider lady.
Ew.
The only reason I heard of Monster Musume is because of this 23-foot-long pillowcase that was announced.
Oh, Lord.
They provide the case, not the pillows.
Ew.
But it literally is full size of the snake girl, 23 feet.
Ew.
And yeah, that's Japan for you.
You don't use that for.
You can go ahead and take a look at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say go ahead, just link that because I thought that was actually pretty cool. And Kumori, I think you will agree with me. We need to get that for Cody, for Damon.
Wonder if people would like sleep in it, or if they'd like wrap it around themselves with a bunch of pillows in it.
Oh.
Because apparently that's what happens in the anime. Is the snake girl does like sleep in his bed, and she
constricts him,
and then he wakes up and like she's tightening around him like a snake. It's freaky, but she's all happy and weird.
Giggity? I don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's one series. I have yet to watch the episodes yet, but I will be here soon as I can get them.
It's very harem-y and
very perverted and
eye candy perverted.
Let's put it this way: there's a chapter in the manga where they go bra shopping for the centaur girl because her boobs are so big they can't find a bra for her. And every time she runs, her boobs are going up and down and hitting her in the face.
She just needs that 23-foot-long pillowcase. Just got to tie it to her chest.
Really, really tough.
Dude, some of those pillowcases though are just.
Some of them are very perverse.
That's not for pillows.
No, it's not.
They don't. You know what they're doing with those.
Well, some of them do have holes in them.
Everybody knows what a body pillow is truly for.
Dry humping.
I wasn't gonna say it, but okay. Alright. So, hey Kumori, you got anything besides Seraph of the End for us?
No, I haven't really been watching any like new. Oh, there was a new anime that premiered on Hulu. It's pretty girly. I'm trying to pull up the name of it here actually. Oh, what was the name?
One Piece.
No. Oh, it was called Venus Project. Climax. Basically, Venus Project
Sounds
is
really good.
It's a basically, here's what it is. It's where they have these, Japanese pop stars, pop idols, and they sing, and when they sing and dance, their spirit transforms into like a giant robot while they're doing their choreographies and shit, and the robots fight in the background. That's the best way I can explain it.
Alrighty.
I'm actually very interested in this. Now I must go see this.
Yeah, if you look it up, I'm trying to pull up the actual episodes, but there's not that much on it. But it is backed by Funimation. Only one episode is aired on TV. So,
Okay.
yeah. But check it out. It's called Venus Project Climax.
All right. Well, check that one out. So we got 3. We got Cross of Ilchan 21. Best way of summarizing it. Cross Idol Master and Power Rangers. Okay.
What?
I can dig it.
What are you doing? Okay, one sec.
Okay. I'm just going to close that window out right now.
Anyways,
let's talk about Windows 10, since that just released last week, and apparently there have been issues.
alrighty. For everyone who looks on the internet, I'm just going to give you the quick short version of should you upgrade. Personally, yes. I upgraded the day it came out, after work of course, because I went to work at like 6 a.m. that day. Took maybe an hour tops. That include all the downloading, updating, things like that. Had no issue upgrading. On my list here, which may be out of order. Here we go. Windows feedback. A little thing they added in that lets you give feedback on the operating system within the operating system. So it's actually an app built into Windows 10 for you to complain about Windows 10.
Do not.
Come on.
Sorry.
Just
Get out of here.
Honestly,
God.
the most complained about subject on Windows 10 is the inbox on the Mail app. Specifically, it says there should be a unified inbox so you can have all of your mail in one section. Currently, I have 3 emails, which I can click between in the Mail app. No issue. Everybody wants a single inbox where they're all merged together.
So kind of like what, what Apple does with their mail.
That is the largest complaint. And I find that funny. Out of everything you could bitch about, that is the largest complaint, is the inbox for the Mail app. I mean, there's so many things that could have gone wrong that should be, bitched about, but that's it.
Like the blue window of death?
That too, which we'll get to. The other ones are, let us choose where to save our downloads, not just to the default folder. I haven't seen that, but I really don't care, because I always have it. Any downloads from Internet Explorer or whatever, they all go to my default folder. I don't really care, I'll just drag and drop them. And then another complaint I don't quite understand is a dark theme. This doesn't make sense because Windows 10 is a dark theme. Every computer it's been installed on so far, which I've seen is 7 total since it came out, the bar is black at the bottom. Microsoft Edge is black. So I don't understand where this whole dark... I can't make a light theme out of it. If anything, that should be the complaint, is you can't change the colors, because everything is black and dark gray. There is no white, bright, blue, green, all the pretty colors Microsoft used to have. Even the logo in the bottom left corner for Windows is just white. So in general, that's... I mean, all the bitchiness of Windows 10, it's simple things. It's not, oh no, this fucked everything up for me. It's just, cool, I want you to fix this for me. Little updates that will fix it later on.
Yeah.
But that's just the top complaints within the app. I'm sure there's more on the internet. One of the other things, simple issues, the notification center on the right, which just did it to me again. On the right side has your mail, calendar, reminders, everything in one simple section instead of going through and looking for things. It'll light up telling you have a notification, and then you open it and there's nothing there. So it's like, hey, you've got friends. Just kidding. And everybody's having this issue. That's just a simple thing they need to fix. Cortana is a great feature. Has some issues, but she is a great feature. She reminds you, what is it? I click on it, you can adjust it, like what you want to show up in general. She tells me the weather, she gives me reminders. She tells me, you know, what's going on, who's working, when things are. If I do a reminder for a certain time at a certain date, she'll tell me that I'm already doing something that day, at that time or within that time. So I can't set alarms and stuff, you know, without her telling me. She's like, oh, by the way, you're already busy. Are you sure you want to do this at that time of day? Which is really nice when you're super busy. The other thing is she can track packages for you, which I thought was interesting. I bought something on Amazon the other day, and I opened Cortana, and she's like, oh, do you want to track this package? I was like, what package? The one I just bought? And I click on it, and it's the package I just bought, and she just started tracking it for me. So if I go and click on Cortana right now, she has the package at the top of the screen, where it is, the location and everything, and when it's supposed to be delivered. And she tends to start learning some of your things. One issue I did have with Cortana, first, directions. She's supposed to give you maps and stuff, whether it's through Bing or Google, I don't know. But I asked her for directions. She goes, okay, getting directions for, you know, McDonald's. And then she closes, and nothing happens. I was like, okay, and I was like, oh, well, give me directions home. She's like, okay, I'll give you directions home, which you can set as a certain address.
Yeah.
And she does nothing. She's like, oh, I'm going to do it for you. No. She doesn't freeze, she doesn't close. She goes and she gets directions, and then nothing happens. She doesn't open an app, it doesn't pop up in Cortana's menu, just nothing happens.
So a slight bug.
Yeah, a little thing they need to fix. One of the other issues is with microphone, as far as saying, hey Cortana in general. There's two options. You can have it listen for everyone, or you can have her learn your voice. So she tends to listen to you better. This is very useful if you have a strong accent. So she learns how you say things, because you could be totally off. She'll never understand you. But having I'll call it a normal accent in general, that she's made for, as far as the English version goes, if she learns my voice, she understands me less. So I actually had an issue having her talk to me. Like if I talk mellow, or if I'm tired when I'm talking, or if I'm more awake, she actually notices this, and she doesn't listen because she learned the tired version, or the awake version. I turned off the feature and just let her listen for anyone saying her name, and she listens to me every time now, no issue. So personally, if you do have issues with her, definitely go ahead and just make her listen to everyone. Don't have her learn your voice. Waste of time right now. Getting into the actual browser, I haven't used Chrome since I got Windows 10. I've been using Microsoft Edge. Ironically, Internet Explorer is on this operating system, but it's hidden. They don't put it on the taskbar, they put Edge on the taskbar. This is very important because if Edge has issues, or in general government and educational sites like high schools, colleges, they work best with Internet Explorer because that's what they use. Edge, Chrome, Firefox sometimes have issues, so it is a good move to include Internet Explorer. Edge in general, super fast. It's amazing the speed on how it searches, loads things, stuff like that. It does lag sometimes. It like just everything freezes, and it's on one page. So if you have 3 tabs open, one tab will freeze entirely, the other 2 will be running normal. Rarely it does freeze everything up, and that's regardless of whether you have 1 tab or 20 tabs, it'll freeze randomly. It has issues with JavaScript files. It keeps trying to load HTML5 and it'll fail randomly. As I've told you before, using YouTube, my computer has crashed twice using YouTube since it came out. what is it? And one of the main issues is it really needs extensions. It's got a built-in pop-up blocker, but there are no extensions. The most complained about one being ad blocker. Everybody wants ad blocker. The only way they can do that right now is for host files, which is a whole nother thing, but hopefully they'll add that soon. Some people have reported Wi-Fi issues. With Windows 10, their card disconnects and connects randomly. I haven't had that issue, luckily. When you install Windows 10, at least installing it over a Windows 8 program, sometimes it'll wipe your security program entirely. If you have Norton like I did, I installed Windows 10, I came back, I had all my programs, my files, everything was exactly how I left it, even my theme. But Norton security was wiped off my computer entirely. I had to download it and reinstall it. That's happened with 4 of the computers. One had McAfee, and you had to update it and re-sign in a whole bunch of stuff, but it was still there. All the Norton ones, they're just gone. And a lot of people won't notice this because they come with a free trial with their computer. So that's because they see that icon, they think they're still protected, but they're not. They don't have their Norton anymore. So a huge security issue. Windows Defender, on the other hand, it's annoying, but if you lose your security, Windows Defender turns on automatically. So it's a one-way street. It's either you have security or Windows Defender is on. It's one or the other. And if your security disappears, Windows Defender automatically turns back on, regardless of whether you wanted it to or not. And if you go into settings, you can turn it off, but in there it says it's going to turn itself back on after a while, quote unquote. I don't know what that means, but I haven't worried about it because I've had my own security on here now. Norton, on the other hand, cannot update right now. It cannot run scans. I'm hoping my computer's protected. I don't know if this is Microsoft's fault or Norton's fault or both. But a lot of security programs in general are not working with Windows 10 at this time. So definitely be wary of that. Overall, it's probably the best operating system they've come out with. As far as speed and such goes, I know it's a bold statement, but I've tried all of them, and personally it's true. As far as my opinion goes, it's going to be, from what they say, quote-unquote, the last operating system that Windows comes out with. It's supposed to be more like Apple now. They'll have upgrades here and there, which, you know, may be free or maybe like 10, 15 bucks, like Apple's been doing for God knows how long. But this is supposedly going to be the last Windows program, which is a guess on why they called it Windows 10 and not Windows 9, because 10 is more finishing, you know, count to 10 and that's it.
So, and that brings up an interesting point because that's where that's where Mac ended, was 10. Mm-hmm. And now they're on like 10.6, 10.6, yeah, I think is the latest one. So that's actually really interesting. I can see that. If they're going to keep with that, I can see that being a very constant thing. And
it seems like a copycat kind of thing, but it's working for them.
It works for Apple, and I have no doubt that will work for Microsoft, and I have no doubt that it'll be a little bit easier for them to develop from a base standpoint, because from what I've seen from 10, from the development kit side, is it feels and it seems a lot like XP in the sense of how easy it is to code for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. The people who have having issues are a lot of people who've been installing from an ISO in general, either a flash drive or a CD. The whole main section of people who have the blue screen of death installed it from an external device. Mine, which most people don't know, there is a rollout and a wave thing going on for Windows 10 where it's like, you know, you'll eventually be able to install it. The news hasn't even been announcing this, but you can install Windows 10 right now if you want to. There is no wait for it. It's actually on Windows right now. You download either the 32 or the 64-bit version, and that's it. I mean, all you have to do is download it. You run the tool, you download it, hit open, it downloads, updates, restarts your computer. bam, Windows 10, that's it. Everybody's been installing ISOs or waiting for the Wave update to come out, things like that. And it's strange how the news hasn't even mentioned this. Everyone's like, oh, you have to wait for it. You have to wait for it. Even my people at my work, tech guys I know, they didn't know this.
Yeah, I found out that you could do that. Oh god, I think Kumori's... I'm getting a reverb from Kumori. But I found out about this. I was going to do it last night, but I decided not to. So I'm thinking about doing it tonight or tomorrow while I'm out running errands, since I won't be streaming. Because I kind of actually want 10. But I'm also kind of afraid that certain things I have for 10 won't work.
Yeah, there is a up and down for it. It does scan your computer and tell you which apps will and won't work. Personally, I don't trust that because it it doesn't guarantee anything. I've been able to run everything fine. The Adobe Suite, Internet Explorer, Steam, all of my games on Steam, Word runs fine, stuff like that. I did hear that people have been having issues with Chrome, saying it's pretty much bluntly losing its shit when it's trying to run on Windows 10. I haven't used it much. I've been using Edge, because it's amazing. It's been running so much faster than Chrome in general. Don't know if that's an issue with Chrome, with the browser, whichever. But I did have an issue with Edge the other day, trying to play a generic video player. There's like third-party sites. They have their own built-in JavaScript players, stuff like that. And they're not YouTube. YouTube works with pretty much everything. These generic players will not play. They are not compatible with Edge yet. So you actually have to use Chrome or Internet Explorer or some other program to open these third-party videos. It's a new operating system, brand new browser, so it's gonna be a while before they've got everything perfect. Like many people have said, the operating system is not finished, and win-lose, as Microsoft said, it's never going to be finished because it's the final version, but it will always be, updated. Just like Apple is always going to have a new version you don't have to go to, but you can. Hopefully they're going to have some simple updates within the next month to fix a lot of these issues. One of the simple ones people were complaining about is the start menu is amazing. It's back to normal, doesn't cover your whole damn screen, but it has a 512 tile limit. I don't know who the hell figured that out or why they needed 512 tiles, but I don't see how that's an issue, because it says after you add more than 512 tiles, the ones in the bottom starts deleting themselves. I was like, why do you need that many tiles? Most people never liked the tiles to begin with. Now someone's adding more than 512 of them to their start menu. It's a bit ridiculous, but there's a lot of simple complaints like that. Everybody's trying to find issues with Windows 10, which, to be fair, is what Microsoft wants. The more issues they find, the more things they can fix them sooner, better. And surprisingly, with a lot of people not knowing how, or not even getting the download for Windows 10 yet, in 24 hours, more than 14 million computers were upgraded to Windows 10. It's
Nice.
not sold, that's upgraded. In 24 hours, 14 million people. Definitely more than Windows 8, that's for damn sure.
Definitely.
But I did hear that they did stop some of the waves because there were some issues. So they actually halted some of the waves for now. You can still install it from the website if you want, but if you're waiting on that wave, you may not get it for days, weeks, hopefully not months.
I see like a month at max for the wave.
Yeah, and right now it's
unfortunate.
only laptops and desktops. The Surface, Surface Pro, Windows Phone, and Xbox should be out by the end of this year, hopefully. Depends on how many issues they actually have with Windows 10 to begin with. But right now, it's doing pretty good. It's got its issues. Upgrade if you want, if you know what you're doing. Again, back everything up as always. Doesn't matter what you're upgrading to. Installing XP or 7, anything you install, always back up your computer. Don't be dumb. you know something can happen at all times. But yeah, overall Windows 10 has way better feedback than Windows 8 did. I think it's doing better than Windows 7. I have to look at the numbers compared to that as far as the, sales versus upgrades though. But then again, back then, Windows 7 was more of a buy a CD thing than a download. So of course it's easier to upgrade to Windows 10 now than go out and get a CD and then wait. And also, to be fair, against the 14 million number, it is free. So, I mean, that's a huge factor in whether you're going to buy it or not. Is it $100 or $0?
Yeah, most people are going to go with 0.
So, while it looks like 14 million is a huge thing, it's a free operating system for if you have Windows 7 or 8. And it is free for the next year if you do upgrade. And people are confused on this. If you upgrade within the first year, you keep it permanently. It is not a trial for a year. You just have an allotted amount of time to buy it for free. Once you buy it, it's yours permanently. People are always asking that question.
All right. Well, guys, I think that's it for the night. I would say goodnight to Kumori, but he's out of the office now. Yes, I see flavor blasted things. Anyways, guys, thank you as always for stopping by again. My name is Chase Tubac, a.k.a. Kisaragi. Of course, I've got Richard Cox, a.k.a. Daaku. And then, of course, the blank screen, or the no screen right now, is...
It's a blanket.
It's gone. He's not on the
you would have
video
blended
feed
it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's horrible. That was Jermaine Gilbert, a.k.a. Kumori. And, of course, we are Gamers Against the System. We will see you guys next week. I hope you all enjoyed, and catch you guys next time.